I am, as always, particularly honored to be back in my beloved and hospitable homeland of the Gambia. There is truly no place like home, and I feel that sentiment deeply as I stand before you today to share some reflections as a Gambian and in my personal capacity. I hope my humble observations will be of value to this forum and to the rich discussions that awaits us. At the outset, I wish to thank Mr. Mustafa Njai, fondly called TAF, for his leadership and vision for the youths of this country, whom he places as important actors for the development of our country. I also want to thank his formidable team for assisting in organizing this conference and for inviting me to take part. I am grateful for the opportunity. Allow me to observe at the outset that these are exciting times in the Gambia, where a new beginning has given hope to the promise of nation rebuilding on the crucial pillars of good governance, equal opportunity, development, and respect for the rule of law. An era where innovative and an entrepreneurial spirit can thrive, where ideas and innovation can take root and be cultivated, where the potential of all Gambians can be fostered without distinction, and where different sectors of society constructively interact and are galvanized in the service of a common cause. That is, to build, hand in hand, a stronger, secure, and prosperous Gambia. Gambia's National Development Plan is very much devised with these necessary goals in mind. The TAF conference, in its own way, attempts to lend its support to the currents of this new era, serving as a channel for that necessary thrust forward. The organizers are to be commended for creating this platform for the exchange of ideas and the forging of synergies and partnerships to serve this movement to advance the country's growth and greater success in this new century. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, promising signs are present and on the horizon. The Gambian economy is reported has been growing. An economic growth of 13.4% is projected for 2020, which, if reached, can facilitate greater ability of the country to advance sustainable development goals. Gambia's Truth and Reconciliation Commission is up and running and is doing crucially important work, not least to heal wounds and to create a historical record of the wrongs of the past in the hope of not repeating them, while paying particular homage to the victims. The rejoining of international treaties, including the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court, which I have the privilege to serve, as well as other organizations, is yet another expression of positive change taking place, demonstrating Gambia's commitment to its international obligations and the values it wishes to represent and preserve in the world. By maintaining its membership with the ICC, the Gambia has sent a strong and clear message that it stands with victims of atrocity crimes at home and abroad, that it stands with the rule of law at home and abroad, and that it stands with justice against impunity, and that it has chosen a path of accountability and transparency that all Gambians can be proud of. Security reforms is prioritized and underway, while many more projects and developments worthy of note are conceived for action or already being implemented. On this road to recovery and reform, the potentials and opportunities are immense, but so are the challenges of prioritizing areas in need of attention while resources are finite. Commentators observe that Gambia's institutions need to be further strengthened, including the legal sector and the judicial system. The diversification of the manufacturing sector should also be pursued while protecting the potency of the agricultural sector. The country's infrastructure, health and education systems can also benefit from the injection of greater focus, priority, energy, and funds. A free and robust, independent professional press, it seems to me, should also be promoted as a crucial pillar of good governance and a democratic Gambia. Gambians have a lot to say and to contribute. Let us ensure their voices are amplified and heard within the country and abroad. Thinking and related efforts towards these issues and more have been devised and exerted. And these are encouraging, and more will surely be on the horizon with the national energy and commitment that I have observed. The immense human potential of Gambians living inside and outside the country can combine to make important contributions to such efforts. Human capital and potential also means institutionally and systematically lifting barriers by providing equal opportunity for all members of society to thrive, reach their full potential, and to succeed. Women represent some 50% of Gambia's population. They are an immense asset whose potential has not yet been fully embraced. As I often say, and I firmly believe, equality for women is progress for all. Increasing the representation of women at the workforce and at the negotiating table, an important force in humanity's pursuit of progress, productivity, justice, and equality, is a key aspect of women's empowerment, and in my view, will greatly enhance the prospect of achieving these objectives. We have a collective responsibility to continuously raise gender awareness and advance gender parity in the Gambia and throughout the world. Gender barriers must be broken. If my own personal story and achievements are of any consequence or an inspiration to girls and young women, it is because my parents believed in gender equality, because my father believed that all his children, boys and girls alike, deserve to receive an education on a level playing field to pursue their interests and their dreams. He believed in us as his children, as human beings whom he wanted to see develop, excel, and thrive in an increasingly competitive and uncertain world. I am forever grateful for that wisdom. A strong and successful Gambia is one that empowers its women and affords them equal opportunity. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, these are indeed exciting times for the Gambia, with opportunities for reform following a mapping of priorities that means weighed against the different state objectives to advance the national interest. History has shown that establishing the rule of law and a healthy, well-functioning judicial system are fundamental prerequisites to political stability and economic growth in any country. To the extent that greater constitutionality and accountability through the law can deter cronyism, conflict, war-making, and the commission of destabilizing crimes, certainly then, criminal justice at the national or international level can play an important role in Africa's economic growth and prosperity. And that is also true for this blessed homeland. Indeed, greater investment in law and the rule of law promises great dividends for the future of the country. In a decade from now, I'd like to see the Gambia emerge with fully developed infrastructure, continuous economic growth, and ample opportunity for its young population so that they can constructively contribute and secure their country's and their continent's future. A country that continues to attract investment and injection of input from abroad, and increasingly engages its vast and influential diaspora to direct it towards bigger and better successes, supplementing the great talent and energy that already exists in the country. It is estimated that by 2050, Africa will have the greatest potential among all continents in respect of its young and dynamic labor force. Cultivating this enormous potential must be a strategic imperative for African countries, including the Gambia. The responsibility, indeed, imperative to educate and train this vibrant population should be obvious. Such an investment will, in time, beget a powerful force for the emergence of a larger middle class, higher standards of living, and enduring social harmony and stability. With the indulgence of this audience, I would like now to directly address the youth in the room with just a few words. Dear friends, brothers and sisters, I would even say nieces and nephews, I know the future of the Gambia is bright because you are its future. The Gambia will be secure, built on your ideas, creativity, and contributions. Through a solid education or honing of skills in whatever discipline or trade that interests you, you have and will build a solid foundation on which to build further, to make a change, to live a life of achievement, accomplishment, and success. I wish this and more for all of you and for the country. I have full faith in the new generation. Young talents like all of you to carry the torch of enlightenment, tolerance, progress, and innovation as you dedicate yourself to your passions and to your dreams. Your generation is the age of hope and opportunity. It is the age where dignity, equality, diversity, and the respect for life and liberty, amongst other fundamental guarantees, have sacred value amongst the people of the world. These values have become fixed in an ever-emerging global awakening. This is your cultural ethos, and it is up to each and every one of you to live by its standards and protect it, notwithstanding challenges. The future belongs to you, and I am confident you will make it count and build it strong on the trinity of wisdom, tolerance, and respect for the dignity of self and the unfamiliar other. Let me conclude with a lesson informed by my own personal experience. Glass ceilings are there, only to be shattered. Never doubt yourself or have regret. There is only one way to look, and that is forward. Drown out the noise. Continue to work hard and aim for the sky. It is yours to claim it. As you do, with humility and integrity as your guide, we will be watching you and watching you with pride and admiration. Gambia is yours to shape. Make it count. Excellencies, dear compatriots, at the dawn of another decade, I wish the Gambia great success, peace, and prosperity. And all of you, agents of that coveted condition, my admiration and fruitful deliberations. I thank you all.